Hello guys, uh, in this video we are going to discuss the concept of calculated field and the concept of parameter. First of all, we have to connect to a dataset. So I will choose Superstore as my dataset. Let me check it here, Superstore, and connect. Then we can start building our charts. Creating new sheet, so we can create our first sheet here. Okay, to clarify the concept of a calculated field, you can consider it like a field that it doesn't exist in a database, in our database at least, and we have to create it because we need it. Here, if you want to maybe calculate the cost of the sold products per category, uh, we have to calculate them by maybe subtracting the profit out of the sales. Then we can get a new field, which is the calculated field, our calculated field, to calculate the cost. We can call it or name it as cost. Then we can use it in our chart. So first of all, I'm gonna double click on my category. Then I will click on the sales, then on profit. I will undo this and I'll click on the profit. So here I can see that I have category, then I have a profit, and I have sales. So to calculate the cost I have to create the calculated field. يعني لازم انتوا تخلقوا له calculated field since انه it doesn't exist in the database. So let's go and select any measure here below the line and click on the drop down and click on create and click create calculated. We can do it like this, or we can click on this one under the database or dataset and we click on the calculated field. Then we can create the calculated field. First of all, we have to name it. I will name this calculated field as cost. Let me write it correctly, cost. And I have to create the code of the calculated field. To calculate the cost, I have to subtract the profit out of the sales. So I have to write the sum of the sales. Okay, I can do it like this. I can write sale and then tab and close the bracket. Then I use the sign of subtracting, which is minus, and sum of the profit. I can select it from here. I click on tab, and I have to then close the parentheses. As I can see here, the calculation is valid, so I can click on apply and then OK, and I can see that the calculated field is created here, and automatically I can use it. How to use this calculated field automatically? I can drag it and drop it over the profit and sales group here. A new field appeared here. We can see it, and the cost will be calculated by subtracting the profit out of the sales. If you subtract this from this from this, I mean, you can get this. So for 456,000 minus 121,000, approximately it equals to 335,000. So you can be sure that the calculation is correct, and we can calculate here the cost. Of course, we can sort the data in a better way, and we can see it like this. Okay, so this is the cost, which is the calculated field. So out of it I can calculate the cost, which is the difference between the sales and profit, and we know that the cost, it does not exist in the database, which is we are using now. In our example is the Superstore. So in the data set here we cannot find a field called cost, so we have to create it. Then it appears here. As you can see, there is a small equal beside the hashtag. that means that this field is a calculated field. It doesn't exist in the database, so it doesn't exist by default in the database. So it is a calculated field, so we can use it later. But now we can use it as a field, but it is a value that is calculated by other fields. Uh, I want to tell you something a little bit advanced in this situation. If we want to know the minimum and maximum sales and profit that happened in the company within this data set, we can see that the sales and the profit here are aggregated. So if we want to expand the data inside the sales and the profit, it's easy to go to the analysis and then go to the aggregate measures and deselect this. As we can see that it is selected. So we click on it to deselect it and then expand the table here as much as you can. You can see a lot of data here. The data means what? The minimum and the maximum cost, and here the minimum or the maximum profit of this category, I mean, and the minimum of the maximum. As we can see, we cannot see all the data. We have to expand a lot this table. Anyways, we can redo the action and click on the aggregate measures. So it is impossible to check the min and max in this way, so we will try to make it more simple. Okay, so I'll try to create the minimum and the maximum in a simpler way. So first thing to think about is to create a new calculated field called minimum and another calculated field called maximum, and drag them to the table in front of us. So let's try to create the first one. Create calculated field. I will call it minimum, and I will use the function min to calculate the minimum sales in the dataset. And I'll click on apply and then OK, and I can see that a new calculated field appeared here. I will create another one, new calculated field. I will create calculated field. I will call it maximum, and I'll put a max of sales and click on tab, then apply, OK, and I can see another calculated field appeared here called maximum. I can drag them here. This is the maximum and this is the minimum. If we re-expand the sales, we can see that the minimum value of sales in this category is 12 or 13, whatever, 13, and the maximum is 43,446. That's it. We can find it like this. We just created two calculated fields and use them in the table, and that's it. We can do the same thing for the profit, and we can create another calculated field for the profit. We will call it min profit. I'll put inside it min of profit and click on tab, close the parentheses, apply and OK, and I'll create another one calculated field. I will name it max profit. I'll click on profit and close the parentheses. I'll click on apply and OK. So I have two more calculated field. I'll click on min profit and drag it to the table, and max profit and drag it to the table, and I can see that we have a lot of data here. The max profit, which is the maximum profit of this category, and the minimum profit in the same category, and so on. So that is the concept of calculated field. So نستنتج إنه we conclude that إنه the calculated field هو a field. It does not exist in the database. We just as easy as we can act by creating this field to use it inside our analysis, our study, or whatever. So you just create a calculated field and use it automatically and directly in your analysis. Now we are going to take an example concerning the parameter. I will take another sheet. I will create another sheet to use the parameter there. So let's see it. Sheet 2. I will click on category. I will click on sales per category. I will turn it into bar chart. I will sort them descending order. As we can see here, I can create a parameter to filter the data of these categories. How? I will click on any one. I'll create something called parameter, or I have another approach to filter the data by using the filter and create the parameter inside the features of the filter. So I'll drag the category into the filter and I'll choose a top. I'll take the top 10 or top 5, whatever parameter, and click on apply and click on OK. In this situation, if I want to select more than 10 categories, I have to go to the category and click on edit filter and then go to the top and maybe select a lower number, maybe 6, and click on apply. As we can see, we can filter the data and we can see that there is a smaller list here. We can see only 6 elements, 6 categories. And if I want to maybe use to list more than 10, maybe 15 categories, I'll click on apply. If we have 15, they will be listed here in the chart. So this is a kind of filtering, but you can see that it is a static filtering. I have to go to the edit filter to each and every time I want to select the wanted categories to display on the screen. So what is the other solution, the alternative solution, and the practical solution for this situation? I can go and instead of selecting the value here, I can go and create a new parameter like this one, and the parameter will open a pop-up here. I have to name it. I will say maybe I will name it top categories. The current value of it is 10. I mean, I will display by default 10 categories, and I'll keep them, and maximum give only 10. So in the current value I put 10, the display format is 10, and the maximum value will be 10. So I will list 10 categories. Allowable values, I can put all or list or range. So I will keep the range here from 1 to 10. I will click on OK, and I will click again on OK. So as you can see, a filter, it just happened because we select only 10. So I have listed only 10 categories. As you can see here, a parameter appeared here, and I want to put it on the screen. I click on the drop down and click on show parameter. I can see it here, and we can see that the type of the control here is a slider. So if I select 5, automatically the categories will be 5. If I select 2, only 2 will appear, and if I put 10, I can see all the categories, but maximum 10. So this is a practical way to use the parameter instead of using the filter and edit the filter. In addition, we can maybe modify a little bit the control. Here we can see a slider, so we can see it like this. If we open the drop down here, I can select maybe type in. It automatically turns into what? Into a field, into a text box. I can put the value I want. Maybe I can click on one and I can see only one category, and I can maybe put effectively 15, and I can see the maximum number, because the maximum number is 20, sorry, is 10, so I can't display more than 10 unless I edit the parameter. So we can do it like this. I click on this one and we can edit the parameter and put the maximum 20 and okay. So I can choose here 15. Automatically I will get all the categories which are less than 20, I think. So let's try to put 20. Okay, there is more. Okay, anyways, we can modify the format of the parameter here. Okay, let's go back to the slider, and we can use the slider here to select the categories out. Okay, now I'm going to maybe repeat the same exercise, but by using the parameter and using the parameter in a new way. How? If I want to list all the categories and I want to show the sales of the categories, if you want, I can put them like this, and I will sort them descending order, but I want to maybe highlight or graded out the categories that I do not want. So the categories, I'm gonna control the form by graded out all the categories based on the parameter. So the first thing I have to do is to create a category set. I already create one here, but I will do it while you are watching. So I will click on the category and go to the create and click on set and go to the top and select by field, and here don't keep it like this, just open the drop down and use the parameter you have created and click on OK. So now I have another set. Just drag this category set you have just created over the color on the marks. As you can see that the categories, some of them are highlighted and some of them are graded out. So now I can click on the top categories parameter and click on show parameter. As we can see that we can see here the slider. If I click on the slider, based on the value in the slider, I can see the highlighted categories and the graded out categories. So I will go to the 2 and I can see only 2, or 1 only 1, or 15 I can see the 15, or maybe the 17. Okay, so that's the way to use the parameter in a practical way in your charts. I hope you can use them in your next or future projects. Thank you for watching.